It's just lovely. I had a neighbor confront me for using the women's restroom. I lived here for 4.5 years. Everyone should know that I'm a trans woman.
You know what? I'm just going to say it because I'm afraid that if nobody says anything and stands up for this type of behavior, then scared women and girls are going to be the ones paying the price for this. When are we going to draw the line? Because the idea of a grown-ass man walking in after my daughter to the locker room or to the restroom or whatever horrifies me, and it should for every single parent out there. All this looks like to me is a way to push predatory boundaries. Biological women's right to privacy is being challenged by this ideology, and society is trying to become so inclusive, all while simultaneously excluding and disregarding the real fears and boundaries that biological women have.
If trans women are women, wouldn't they understand how women feel and be like, maybe I shouldn't go into the bathroom because they feel uncomfortable? But because trans women have so much toxic masculinity, they choose to be more aggressive, more confrontational, and less agreeable. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the Menace. I'm your friendly neighborhood young black conservative, and I'm here to talk to you about the whole trans issue. Like if you agree, dislike if you don't agree. Leave a comment to explain your opinion, and subscribe if you want more. But let's get to it. And I believe in the trans issue that females should come first. The safety, needs, and comfort of females, biologically born natural females, should come first over trans women. And if trans women want women to make accommodations for them in the society in general, make accommodations for them, then they should make accommodations for females and women when they go into their spaces. If when they go into their locker room, if they go into the sports, that they should get approval from the overwhelming majority, and I'm talking about either 80 or 90% approve and say, okay, it's acceptable for you to be here, or acceptable for you to compete, it's acceptable for you to use our space before they're allowed to use it. Because at the end of the day, that is their space because they're naturally born that way, and you're transitioning into their space. I might not be a feminist, but I'll rep turf like it's my set when need be.
As a trans woman, I don't feel comfortable sharing the bathroom with TERFs. And if you don't know what TERF stands
I have like the easiest fix to
I thought she was gonna say trans exclusion radical feminist. I'm not a feminist, but I'll rep turf like a motherfucker though when it need be.
this. If you are genuinely uncomfortable using the restroom with biological women who don't feel comfortable with trans women who haven't fully transitioned, you could use like the male's restroom.
Check that cross though. Check that cross. God love you some guy.
And it just eliminates all your worries and all your problems, all your cute little first world problems. It just eliminates those.
See the problem? You don't see a problem with someone transitioning to a woman and then saying natural born women, biological females are the problem and shouldn't be in that space that they are naturally born and supposed to be in. And someone that is new that's coming in there is able to say, oh, you shouldn't be in here because I don't feel safe with you in here. But y'all see a problem with that? Or am I transphobe? I believe I believe it's the example of toxic masculinity when a trans woman goes into the bathroom and a mother and daughter is there and say they don't feel comfortable and that she shouldn't be there, and she fights them to be in the space that they were born to be in and she was not. Like this one right here. Like, why is he fighting so hard to be in there? Why is he fighting the mom to be in there? If he was a woman, wouldn't he be more feminine and say, "Okay, I'll go somewhere else," or or at least wait until they leave?
No. You need to go over there to the men. You need to go over there to the men.
Only here in Chicago.
You is a man. A whole grown man.
Wow. Over here at the park.
For the last time, I'm not mad.
I'm sorry. I don't know what. No.
I look more trying to listen to you.
You wish. You wish. On my worst days, baby. On my worst days.
Okay, I'm
Good luck. Good luck.
If y'all have a problem with me
Good
using this
luck.
bathroom, y'all can
Good
go
luck.
somewhere else.
Hey man, use another bathroom.
Excuse me?
Just use another bathroom. There's a child in there.
It's
What?
Men.
That's a
Did you
child.
just say what you... Huh?
That's a child in there. A little
Okay.
girl. Like,
Okay.
use the men's bathroom.
Okay. I'm a woman. What's the matter?
You,
What does it matter?
Like, do he has like why does he want to use that bathroom so much?
You-
Y'all need to mind your
This world is
business.
coming
Y'all need
to
to mind your business.
This world is coming to us.
You don't see how scared the mom and daughter is?
man, you at a children's park, man. Chill.
Kids park, and where is this individual's child.
What do you say?
It's a kid park, man.
Yeah, do you even have any kids?
Yo,
man?
just you,
That's the question that needs to be answered. Where was that individual's kid? Do they even have a kid? Like, you see the type of people that are trying to fight to be in the women's bathroom? Like, they're trying to fight. I believe like most trans women that's like are like nice about it will like just use the other bathroom and say no because they don't want no problem. But you got some that are like want to be confrontational that are very toxic masculine and that have you got the one that have a lot of toxic masculinity about them that want to fight tooth and nail to use that bathroom for what reason? What like this one right? Like there's another. I got another clip for y'all to see.
You are a man. You're a man. My daughter goes into those bathrooms and no man needs to be in there. You understand me? You are a man. You are created as a man. You are a man. Start acting like a man. Act like a
Is the lady like they be trying to fight, say, "Hey, step outside"? Let's like step outside and stuff like that. Is that ladylike or is that toxic masculinity? You tell me.
man. Act like a man. You're a man. So act like one. I'm a man. So are you.
No, I'm not.
Then what are you?
I was born intersex, man. Think you don't know what that is?
How he goes from to identify as a female to born intersex. This dude is just trying to go into women's bathroom for what reason?
I was born with both.
Sir, you're going to have a problem if you keep going into women's bathrooms. Somebody's going to do something to you. I'm just telling you the truth.
I've been this for years. You want to do something? For God's sake.
Yeah, just
So you tell me, am I just being an irrational conservative that's being like, oh, you're blowing it out of proportion, or is that just not toxic masculinity, or is that what you want in the bathroom with like a 12-year-old girl? Like are those two men the type of person you want to be sharing a bathroom with that dude's daughter or that lady's daughter in the previous clip? Like think about it. And if y'all don't think and if y'all think, oh, people are blowing out of proportion and these conservatives are going too crazy, like as a female, how would you feel if a man just walked into the bathroom and they didn't say none of that trans stuff? What if men just like walked into the female's bathroom? How would y'all start feeling? I'm talking to the liberal women that are okay with trans women going into the women's bathroom. How y'all start feeling? Men in general just start going in there. That's how. That's how all other like conservative females feel and female that don't feel comfortable feel. That's how those parents feel that are protective of their kids. It's just because when you look like at what point is it acceptable to go into the bathroom? There gotta be some type of regulation put in place so people could feel like, all right, this is acceptable. I understand a lot of people are gonna feel one way or another, but there gotta be some compromise. And until then, I believe the best bet is that they don't use the female bathroom and they use the one that they were born with. But you just say, oh, what if they look like one and they have all the parts for it? And then I feel like it'll go on a case by case situation about how everybody how society how the society feels for that area and how the society like if you're having social pressures to not use it and like then don't use it. It's like that simple. Just go somewhere else. Go to the establishment that's like, oh yeah, you could use it here, stuff like that. That's more comfortable with your presence because there's no regulation for it. Until then, it's gonna keep causing problems. But and you want to say they like, oh, people are blowing it on proportion and stuff like that. Just listen to this. You think nothing that bad could happen? Just
Holy mother. 15-year-old daughter was raped. She was raped in a bathroom by a boy wearing girls' clothes, and the Loudoun County School Board covered it up because it would have interfered with their transgender policy during Pride Month. And that man, Scott Smith, because he went to a school board and tried to defend his daughter's rights, was condemned internationally. Do you apologize to Scott Smith and his 15-year-old daughter, Judge?
Senator, anyone whose child was raped is the most horrific crime I can imagine and is certainly entitled and protected by the First Amendment to protest to their school board about this.
But he was cited by the School Board Association
That's fine,
as a
but that's
domestic
not-
terrorist, which we now know that letter and those reports were the basis for your judgment.
No, Senator,
this is
that's wrong.
shameful. Judge, this is shameful. This testimony, your directive, your performance is shameful.
That's not
Thank God you are not on the Supreme Court. You should resign in disgrace, Judge.
all I'm saying is I don't know much about the whole trans issue. I'm not a doctor. I'm not the an expert of anything. But there gotta be more to it than just saying I identify as trans and a man could just go into the women's bathroom. It gotta be more to it than that. If it's just as simple as like anybody waking up, like it's just as simple as Biden waking up tomorrow saying, I identify as trans, and he goes into a women's bathroom, and it's the next day say, oh, I'm back to being a man. If it because that's gender fluid, if it's just that simple, like that's why people have a problem with it. Because if it's just that simple, if it's just that easy, people are gonna want more regulations, and you're gonna have other problems like that occurring. But hey, yo, I'm out.
And we're out of here like a screaming herd of turtles.